The crowds of Nexus Station pressed against the transparent barriers, their faces twisted with disgust and cruel amusement. In the center of the detention circle, a young Zephyrian female huddled on the cold metal floor, her pale blue skin marked with bruises and filth from the refuse that continued to rain down upon her. Marcus Chen pushed through the mob, his jaw clenched as he witnessed the spectacle. The alien girl couldn't have been more than 16 in human years. Her delicate features streaked with tears that glowed faintly silver in the harsh station lighting. Her gossamer wings, once probably beautiful, were now torn and trembling as she tried to shield herself from the barrage of garbage and insults. "Zephyrian scum!" someone shouted from the crowd. "This is what happens when your kind tries to steal from honest traders." Marcus had heard the story already, whispered with satisfaction through the station's corridors. The girl had supposedly attempted to steal food from a merchant's stall, though Marcus noticed no one seemed particularly interested in the details. In the 3 years since first contact with the Zephyrian collective, tensions had been building. Their ethereal beauty and advanced technology made many humans uncomfortable, and incidents like this had become disturbingly common. The station's security forces stood at a comfortable distance, their expressions carefully neutral. Technically, public humiliation was a legal punishment for theft on Nexus Station, though Marcus had never seen it applied so enthusiastically, or to someone so young and vulnerable. A particularly large piece of rotten fruit struck the girl's shoulder, and she cried out, a sound like wind chimes in a storm. The crowd cheered. Marcus had seen enough. He stepped over the barrier, ignoring the shouts of protest from the spectators. The girl looked up at him with eyes like distant stars, wide with fear and confusion. She spoke in her native tongue, a melodic language that sounded like singing, but Marcus didn't need translation to understand her terror. Without hesitation, he shrugged off his new coat, an expensive thermal jacket he'd bought just hours ago for the journey to the Rim Worlds. The smart fabric was still creased from the packaging, the tags still attached. He'd saved for months to afford it. "Hey, what are you doing?" a voice called from the crowd. "That alien deserves what she's getting." Marcus ignored them, gently, draping the coat around the girl's trembling form. She looked up at him in shock, her bioluminescent freckles flickering with what he somehow knew was gratitude. The coat was far too large for her slight frame, but it covered her completely, restoring some measure of dignity. "Security!" someone screamed. "He's interfering with justice!" The station guards moved forward, but Marcus stood his ground, positioning himself between the girl and the crowd. "Justice?" he called out, his voice carrying over the noise. "This is a child. Look at her. Really look at her. Does this look like justice to any of you?" The crowd's jeering faltered slightly. Some faces showed uncertainty now, as if seeing the situation clearly for the first time. "She's a thief!" a merchant shouted, though his voice lacked conviction. "Then where are the stolen goods?" Marcus challenged. "Where's the evidence? Where's the trial?" He turned slowly, meeting the eyes of individuals in the crowd. "We're better than this. Humanity is supposed to be better than this." A station security officer approached, hand resting on his stunner. "Sir, you need to step away. This is a legal proceeding." "Then make it legal," Marcus replied calmly. "Give her proper representation. Follow due process. Treat her like you'd treat any human child accused of the same crime." The officer hesitated. Behind Marcus, the Zephyrian girl had stopped crying, though she remained huddled in the oversized coat. She spoke again in her musical language, and this time Marcus caught a word he recognized, the universal term for thank you. "My name is Dr. Elena Vasquez," came a voice from the crowd. A middle-aged woman pushed forward, her medical insignia clearly visible. "I'm invoking medical authority. This individual requires immediate care for trauma and exposure injuries." More voices joined in. "I'm Counselor Park, Diplomatic Corps. There are several treaty violations occurring here." Engineer Thompson, Hull Maintenance. This ain't right, and you all know it. One by one, other humans stepped forward, crossing the barrier to stand, with Marcus and the girl. The mob's energy dissipated as their audience transformed into opponents. The security chief arrived, took one look at the situation, and made a command decision. Clear the area. Return this individual to proper holding facilities pending investigation. As the crowd dispersed, mumbling and ashamed, Marcus helped the girl to her feet. She was still wearing his coat, and he gently touched the collar, indicating she should keep it. "Sir," the security chief said quietly, "that was well done, but you should know that coat probably cost more than she was accused of stealing." Marcus glanced down at the girl who was looking up at him with those starlight eyes, her freckles now pulsing in a steady, peaceful rhythm. "Then I guess it was worth every credit." Later, after the girl had been properly processed and released, to Zephyrian diplomatic custody, Marcus received a message in perfect standard English. "Human Marcus Chen, your kindness echoes across the stars. The Zephyrian collective will remember." He smiled, pulling his old jacket tighter against the station's chill. Sometimes being human meant more than just belonging to a species. Sometimes it meant choosing to be worthy of the name. In the weeks that followed, the incident on Nexus Station became a turning point in human-Zephyrian relations. But Marcus Chen never sought recognition for his actions. He simply returned to his work, carrying with him the memory of a frightened child and the knowledge that one coat and one moment of human decency could change the course of history. After all, that's what humans did best. They stood up when it mattered most.